Item transactions. Item transactions. The navigation is transactions, miscellaneous transactions. Transactions, miscellaneous transactions. Transactions, miscellaneous transaction. So initially, first of all, we don't have any item, right? So now we want to increase the item in our inventory. Increase the items in our inventory. First we choose the master inventory organization. Then here the transaction type is miscellaneous receipt. First we want to receive, then only our inventory is having the items. Then now I want to receive the items. Click on transaction lines. So here we are going to specify our item. JPP9 item. So in which organization we are going to increase the items? Master inventory organization, right? So here now I am going to specify the store. How many stores are there? Sub inventories. We have 3 sub inventories are available in master inventory organization. We don't want to discuss total. Okay. Then now we are going to choose this one. Next, how much quantity we want to increase? 1500. Then now we are going to save the records. Once it is completed, now we can go to check it from back end. So which table is reflected? Whenever we are going to done any transaction on a particular item, which table is going to reflect it? MTL, material transactions. So just recall your last classes. Okay, all business transactions. Now we are going to touch one by one transaction. Okay, so here we can give the our inventory item ID. So what is our inventory item ID? 214955. So this is the table is capture the transaction information. Transaction information. Then here it is going to show us which sub inventory is going to capture our information. But this table is going to show us how much quantity is going to capture. And what is this transaction? We done miscellaneous receipt, right? But here it is going to show us the transaction type ID. Transaction type ID. But the type ID does not understand by the end user. So here we want to find out what is this transaction type. So this transaction type information, MTL transaction types, and we can give the transaction type ID equal to 42. Because of transaction type does not available in this table. In this table we have transaction type ID. While using this table and join this table too, we can find out the transaction type name is miscellaneous transaction. Okay, miscellaneous receipt. Now I want to find out how much quantity. So what is the quantity, which table is going to find out the on hand quantity information? Total quantity, which table? Yes, exactly. We have a one more table, MTL on hand quantities detail. So here we are giving the same inventory item ID, then we'll be going to show us 1500. Okay, then once it is completed, now we are going to check it from front end. In which table, in front end, how we are going to find out that items. So go to on hand quantities. Here it is show us how much items. You can find the organization. The respected is indicated the master inventory organization. How much quantity is there? 1500. Click on availability. Total quantity available to reserve, available to transfer. Okay. Now in the same manner, I want to receive one more item. Means same item, I want to receive much more quantity. So one more quantity level. Okay. Then again go to transactions, miscellaneous transaction. Here I am using miscellaneous receipt. Then click on transaction lines, and here I am giving, and then here I am going to give the stores is second store. Okay, click on OK. Then how much quantity we receive? 2000. Okay, and save the records. Now let us check it from back end. Then what are the tables are reflected? First, this table, material transfer, because of it is one of the transaction. Then right now we done two transaction on that particular item. So one transaction is indicate 1500 quantity, second transaction is indicate 2000 quantity, and the total quantity information is going to stored in on hand quantities detail. This table is indicate total transaction quantity. Now I want to issue the quantity. While using miscellaneous receipt, we receive the item, means we increase the item in our inventory. Now I want to decrease the item. We can directly decrease the item because of right now we have the item. Suppose without having the item, we can't possible to decrease the item. But right now we have the quantity. Now we can possible to do the decrease the item from store 1 or store 2. Store 3 we can't possible. Why? Because we don't have any data, right? Then now we can go to decrease the item. Again transaction, miscellaneous transaction. Here we can choose the issue. We can choose the transaction is miscellaneous issue. Click on transaction lines. Which item you want to issue? I want to issue then this one. Total we have 3500. 3500. Now I want to issue from store 1. How much quantity you want to issue? I want to issue 350. So here, but here we are not clearly tell to the machine where we are going to issue the item. Just it is going to come outside, but we don't know. Just it is going to decrease the item. Where exactly we want to send this, we don't know. Okay, just only decrease the item. Okay, then now save the records. Is it one transaction or not? Yeah. And go to check it from backend. Which table? Material transaction. This table is going to show us the transaction. So here, how much quantity we decrease? Minus 350. It is a decrease, means minus, negative. And here it is going to show us the transaction type ID is, it is not a miscellaneous receipt transaction. It is a issue. Then we can check it. Now we can go to check it in on hand quantities table. Here it is show us how much quantity. We have two records, the 1500 minus 350, 1150 and 2000. While total of these two records, we find out the sum of the total amount, means the total quantity. Clear? All of you. So in this point of time, we work with the miscellaneous transaction. Miscellaneous transactions. Fine, not a problem. Done. So here, this is the way we are going to do the miscellaneous transaction. That miscellaneous transaction which is used to increase the item or decrease the item. Clear? So these three tables, actually these two tables are reflected. This is the like example lookup table. While using this table only, we can possible to display the whether it is a miscellaneous issue or miscellaneous receipt. Clear? All of you.